Kai? Hey, are you still going out with that Kayla girl? Well, if you are, can you quit doing that to me and just open your eyes for once? All that girl is doing to you is brainwashing you into loving her instead of me. But I know that isn't you who wants to be with her, so you need to get a grip. Hurry up and just open your eyes already. And once you've seen that I'm the one for you and not her, come and marry me, please. You and I have been friends with each other the longest, and so we have ties to one another that even she can't beat.
Well, listen, Maggie.
What?
I know that you were never made aware of this, but I'm already married to Kayla.
Huh? Since when did the two of you get married?
About 1 month ago, I think. When we had finished our wedding, we handed in our marriage papers and became legally married.
You guys had a wedding?
We haven't gotten around to getting a place of our own just yet to live in, but that doesn't mean we aren't a married couple now.
Well, I never heard anything about you guys getting married.
We didn't really want to throw a massive wedding for everyone to be at that would take forever to set up and a lot of our money. So we both agreed on having a smaller wedding that would just be for our family and the wedding itself held at a local church.
Only for your guys' family. You see me as your family as well, right? I mean, you and I grew up in the same neighborhood with one another ever since we were in preschool, and had gone to the same schools ever since then.
When I say my family, I mean my family that I'm related to by blood, which really only means my brothers and sisters, as well as my parents and grandparents.
Then what about me?
All you are is an old-time friend from back when we played together in the same neighborhood. Yeah, we went to the same schools and all that, but you and I never actually hung out much as we got older, and we never really talked after graduating high school.
I know that, but then how about we find a way to get me to become a part of your family? I'll go out and start filling out marriage papers for us, and then you and I can get married.
What the heck? I told you already that I'm married to Kayla. Handing in those papers will only be a waste of time for you.
But you and I should get married to each other, right? I'll even let the city know so that they'll cancel your marriage to Kayla and make me your wife.
Why do you think the two of us should be getting married to one another? Do you understand? I already have a wife of my own, and her name is Kayla. And anyone besides Kayla is not gonna end up becoming my wife, because I have no desire for that. Now stop it with all this crap, please.
But that's...
Stop it.
Kai, are you alright?
Kayla? Why are you asking me if I'm alright? Huh?
I'm talking about what happened with Maggie. She finally learned about how you and I got married without her knowing anything, but now she's started to say a bunch of strange things again, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I'm sure that when she finds out about the place we'll be living in starting next month, she's gonna be furious.
Was she able to find out what we're planning to do for our honeymoon trip soon?
Right. Well, Mom and Dad have been doing their best to keep all that information a secret from everyone else, so I don't think it'll be easy for her to find anything out about that, but we can't be too sure.
Well, we only have 1 more month before we head out on a romantic trip with one another.
Well, we'll have to see what happens soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping that things don't get too out of hand with her, though. After seeing the messages she's already sent you before, I feel that I'm going to have to say something if things continue to get worse. But also, something like this trip, even if she hasn't found out all about it yet, can't and won't stay hidden for long.
Right.
And another thing, about her saying that she plans to hand in your guys' marriage papers, you can send a message to the city office right now saying that you will have nothing to do with her if she sends those papers in. But if it's already too late and they've gotten the marriage papers from Maggie already, they aren't going to accept them. You're already married to me legally, and so they can't process whatever she hands them when they see you're already married. And in the 1 in a million chance things do go through, you'll be able to divorce her easily, considering we have all the legal documents showing we married first.
That's true. Thank you, Kayla.
Good morning, Kai. Today is the start of our honeymoon trip, so I just wanted to make sure you're awake.
Good morning, Kayla. I'm wide awake right now, and I'm just about to start leaving my place.
I'm on the same route as you right now as well. And I don't really want to have to ask this, but how have things been with Maggie? Do you feel as though she's going to try coming along, or like she's found anything about our trip out at all?
At this time, I'm feeling as though everything is going all right on our end, but that could just be me, and she could already be coming after us.
Is that so?
Well, we shouldn't have to worry too much about her. You and I have a plane to catch, and we shouldn't waste time trying to get her off our backs only to be late and miss the plane.
Good point. So let's just start by making it to the airport.
All right, I'll be waiting for you at the bottom of the stairs at Reynolds Station so that we can get on the last subway before the airport together.
Okay, I'll be looking for you. Kai, I'm assuming that you're about to be getting off that plane, right?
Maggie, what plane are you talking about right now?
I was planning on making this all one huge surprise for you, so I never told you anything about me being here. But to tell you the truth, I'm here to celebrate your honeymoon with you. And as for the hotel that you and Kayla will be staying at during your trip, I know about it as well. I made sure to look everything up in secret so that this could be a surprise for you. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a room at the same hotel, but I'm at another hotel close by, so don't worry.
How were you even able to find out what hotel we planned to stay at? There shouldn't have been anyone who knew about our plans that were willing to spill the news to you.
Well, actually, I don't think I've ever told you anything about this yet, but I'm actually really good friends with one of your coworkers.
Who?
There's a new girl there that just entered a little while back as a part-timer, right?
That girl, huh?
Well, she was kind enough to tell me the dates that you took off to go on your honeymoon. And after using those dates to look further into what kind of hotel you could be staying at, I found the right one. And that's the reason why I've been waiting for you in the exact same place you plan to have your honeymoon. So romantic of me, right?
How is any of this romantic to you?
Well, it would be the best if you didn't bring that hag Kayla along with you.
I'm not messing around right now, Maggie. Do you actually think that Kayla and I will let you off easy if you're gonna get in the way of our very important vacation together?
And that's the thing, Kai. You're wrong. This is the important vacation of both you and me.
I am married to Kayla.
You happen to be married to her legally, so I'll give you that one. But that doesn't bother me. Just as long as you and I are married by soul and body. This honeymoon that you set up for the two of us is going to be the start of yours and my marriage. And you don't have to worry about a thing regarding Kayla because I know deep down that you want to love me, and I won't let her stop us from having our love. You and I can enjoy the beaches of Hawaii as we make love to each other on every single one of them.
What?
I'll be waiting for you in the lobby of the Yotube hotel you both plan to stay at. You can tell Kayla that you're going out for a bit and then come on out to be with me. Kai, how have things been going? Is Maggie really down there in the lobby right now?
Well, she's actually not down there right now, and I'm sure about that because with her, had she seen me down there, she would have jumped out of the shadows to be with me. So you don't have to worry about her now, but I'm sure that she is in Hawaii right now.
You think it'll be okay for me to come down there to see you now?
Yeah, I think you'll be just fine.
Then I'll start heading down there right now.
All right.
Kai, you never came to see me yesterday, and I was so lonely because of that. I'm sure that Kayla got in the way of you coming to see me and everything, but I'm sure today you can find a time to come see me, right? I made sure to get to the hotel really early in the morning for you, so when you wake up, come on down to the lobby and see me. And that way the two of us can be with one another and not have anyone get in our way. And when you do come to see me, I'll bring you back to my hotel room where we can make love to one another from morning to night without ever having to stop. Ah, that's right. This is supposed to be our honeymoon after all, so I made sure to get us a suite room. I made sure to get this room for us before it was taken by anyone else without even looking at the cost of it, so make sure that later on you pay me back for it, okay? Kai, I started to get pretty hungry, so I'm in the restaurant right now next to the lobby, grabbing a quick bite to eat, but I'll make sure to be back in the lobby waiting for you when I'm finished. I don't want you missing me when you come down, so make sure to wait a little bit if you're already on your way down. Kai? Hey, Kai! Can you come down here right now? There's an emergency! I'm in a pinch.
What is going on with you?
You finally replied to me. I'm guessing that you finally freed yourself from that hag, Kayla, and are able to talk to me again? Thank goodness.
Really? So that's what you were trying to do by saying that? You told me that it was an emergency, so I had to respond with something to make sure you were at least alive still?
Wait! I'm not kidding when I say I'm in a pinch. I'm sorry to have to ask you this early in the morning, but do you think you can come down here and pay for my breakfast?
Huh?
You do know where that really expensive restaurant is right next to the lobby of the Yotube Hotel, right?
Are you not carrying any money on you?
I did bring some money with me, but... well, I just thought that I'd be able to meet you right away after getting to Hawaii, so I didn't bring a whole lot. And as for my credit card, I already spent as much as I could on it.
So, you really have been going at it, paying for everything.
Well, this is our honeymoon after all, and I want it to be perfect. I wanted to make sure that we'd have amazing memories of it, so I went all out. Really, really, really. Hawaii is the best. And so because I've already spent everything I have, I'd like you to come down here and pay for my breakfast.
Why should I have to pay for you?
You are a longtime friend of mine, so it's only fair that you pay for me. Oh, my mistake. I'm your wife now, so that means you'll pay for anything that makes me happy.
I'm not sure how many more times I'll have to say this to you, but my wife is Kayla, not you. And right now I'm just getting back home to my place.
Huh? Your place?
I'm already back in Chicago now. That's what I'm saying.
Huh? You're back in Chicago now? You already flew back there without me?
That's exactly right.
But wait, you still have a few more days off after today that you won't be going back to work for, right?
Well, the trip that my wife and I took to Hawaii started a bit sooner than you were aware. And the reason we still have some days off left is because now that we're back here, Kayla and I need to begin moving into our new house together.
New house?
We saw that it'd be the perfect timing for us to move into our new house after the honeymoon, and so that's the plan we ended up making.
That's the honeymoon in Hawaii that we'd both been waiting for.
Both? Let me tell you something, Maggie. The honeymoon that Kayla and I took wasn't even to Hawaii, but Bali.
Bali? You guys didn't go to Hawaii? But look, the hotel you guys stayed at was the Yotube Hotel here in Hawaii, right?
And that group of hotels has a hotel in Bali as well.
Huh? That's so messed up, though. Because the friend of mine that started working in the same company as you told me that your honeymoon would be in Hawaii.
And that's because I told everyone at my work that we'd be going to Hawaii, so they didn't know the real location of where we planned to go.
Huh?
And as for that friend, it's looking like she'll quit her part-time job here soon, so I'm gonna say something about her. She told me plenty of times already when we worked together that you kept asking about me and wanted to know why that was. So I told her the truth about you, but also said that you could tell her where we planned to go for our honeymoon, because we lied to everyone there already. And that's why she told you Hawaii instead of Bali. But when she told you Hawaii, you continued to heckle her about where we'd be staying and all of that. And so I told her to just tell you the name of our hotel as well, but then stop talking to you after that.
Huh? So the timing for your guys' honeymoon and where you were going was all wrong?
That's right.
What the heck? You have to be kidding me, right? Wait, what about the bill for this restaurant? What should I do? Crap, this is all going to get really nasty.
You don't have to tell me that. I'm going to be very clear with you that no matter what you try and get me to do, I have no desire to help you out.
What? Kai?
Do something on your own.
But I can't.
Well, you trying to get me to help you also won't work. Bye now.
Kai!
And with all that, you can see that my honeymoon with Kayla was a success, and we were able to enjoy our time in Guam before coming back home without ever having to deal with Maggie. And as for Maggie, it's insane to think that she ran out of money in Hawaii and she tried her best to get someone to give her money. But after sitting at that restaurant for so long, waiting and waiting for someone to help her, the restaurant staff began to suspect that something was up. And so when the staff confronted her on the bill, she told them everything, and she was forced to call her parents in a last-ditch effort. They picked up the phone and apologized for what their daughter had done before telling the restaurant they'd pay for her. And after having her meal paid for and being kicked out of the restaurant and hotel, she was on her way back home to Chicago. But this would not be the end for her. A week after getting back into Chicago from Hawaii, she married a man in his 50s out of desperation, who then told her that his parents needed someone around them to help care for them in their old age. And so, Maggie was forced to move in with his mom and dad, where she now works day after day caring for them, while also being picked on by the both of them for her lack of skills when it comes to being a good wife.
Hey, May. It's been over a whole month now since you and I got back from our honeymoon trip. How much longer are you planning to stay locked in that room and continue to ignore me in any attempts I make at contacting you? At this point, you're just wasting our time as newlyweds. I can see that you're reading all of my messages, May. Well, listen, May. You know that my job is filled with me having to go on business trips and whatnot, and starting today, I'm going to have to head overseas for 2 months. I really do feel bad that ever since you and I got married, our time that we can spend together has become pretty scarce. But you and I did talk about that before marriage, and you even said that you'd be fine with a life like that for a little while, right? But from what I've seen so far, anytime that I'm gone, you come out of the room to live a normal life by yourself. And when I'm back home, you lock yourself in there and waste a little time we could be spending together. If you were feeling sick and needed your time alone, I can understand this, but if this has something to do with something deeper, you are more than free to go talk with someone about it. But I seriously don't think hiding in that room every time I'm home is a good thing for us. If you're not going to do something to change that, then I'll have to start thinking of something. When I get back from this next trip, let's you and I talk this all out. Now I'm going to start carrying my bags and out to the car, and I'll be going.
Oh, Landon! Just as I told you before, Stan left today on his next business trip, so you can start heading over here.
Hi, May.
I think he's just boarded the plane and will no longer be able to talk with me or come back home. So you don't have to worry about him getting in our way.
So he should be out of the country for around 2 months, right?
Yep. 2 months is how long he'll be gone for. And so, for the next 2 months, there'll be nobody in our way.
You are all mine again, May.
I sure am. And you can do whatever you want with me.
Let's go. I'm going to start heading over to your place right now. I'm going to treat you even better than any of our previous times together. So you better be ready for me.
Yes, Daddy!
Hey, Stan. I think the last time you and I chatted was back at our last high school reunion, right? Landon. I'm glad that back then we had the chance to trade our contact information with one another. What do you want with me right now, Landon? Right now I'm overseas for work, so I don't have a whole lot of time to talk. Ah, and that's what I've been hearing. I heard from May that you won't be back for the next 2 months, correct? Huh? Why are you talking with my wife? That shouldn't matter to you right now. And you already know that for a long time now. I've talked with May on and off. For a long time you have? Wait, you both knew about each other before even I began to have relations with her? We've known each other forever, Stan. Well, ever since she entered high school with us. I see. Now that I'm starting to think about it, she was a grade below you and I. But you did happen to talk with younger girls there quite a lot. That's exactly right. And just so you're aware, May is my ex-girlfriend too. What? And that's why I still talk to her from time to time about her life. Is that so? Well, you don't seem too surprised by any of this, Stan. I'm a bit surprised by what I'm all hearing, but I'm well aware that she's dated other men before me and that sometimes those men will come back and talk with her. But those past relationships are no more, and she's only in love with me. Past relationships. In the past. Why do you keep saying it like that, Landon? Well, I'm just trying to figure out if you really understand the meaning of past or not, because from my understanding, that is regarding things that are no longer current. Huh? I have little idea what you're talking about, but when I talk about you guys' past relationship, I mean before her and I married each other. Yeah, see. Well, then let me take this chance to tell you something pretty amazing. And it's about May and I. When you and her were on your honeymoon after your wedding, she had a little time alone to go out by herself. And we ran into each other again by coincidence. We started to talk to one another for a little while about our past, and when it started to get late, she came back with me to my hotel room, and that's when things became current again. Huh? Oh, and by the way, Stan, I'm in your house right now, even while you're away, and this whole time I've been doing your wife, and you could do nothing about it. You're on the other side of the world at this moment, so you won't even be able to come stop me for the next couple days. Even if you tried your hardest to. Well, that's right, Landon. The work that I have to do overhead is something that only someone of my status can do. So I can't just get up and leave to head back home. You poor thing, Stan. Now I'm going to get back to making out with May on your couch, and then we'll move things right back into your bed where things can really heat up. Wait, maybe this time I'll try doing her on the kitchen counter instead. See ya. May, it should be morning over there right now, right? I'm sure that you've already heard about this from Landon, but he's told me about how you and him used to have a relationship with each other, with one another a while before we got married, right? But what's even crazier is he's told me that while we were on our honeymoon, you ran into and reignited the fire your relationship once had, and have been doing romantic things with him on the bed and all over the house, right? At first, I didn't know if this was just him trying to mess with me and get me all worked up over nothing or not. But when I received a lot of photos of the two of you together all around town and at our house, it was confirmed that you were with him right now while I'm not there. I'm sure that you might freak out a little about this news from me, but don't worry, because I won't be coming back home until I'm finished with all my work over here. But while I'm not there, where I can do something about you, please take some time to think about all the damages you're causing right now.
Daddy, have you finished getting whatever you needed from the gas station?
I have, and I'll be back home for you in a little bit here, darling.
Well, hey, Daddy, listen right now. Right now, I've been getting some texts from Stan.
Really? What did that loser have to say to you?
He told me that he's planning to stay overseas until he finishes all his work before he attempts to come back here. And then he told me to think about all the damages I'm causing by doing this with you. But, like, who cares what he says, right?
What's up with him? I'm sure he's trying to make himself sound cool or something, but I'm sure he's spinning in circles trying to figure out what to do right now about us. He's better off just running from the truth at this point.
Right? What a loser Stan is. And when you compare a loser like him to a hunk of a man like you, Daddy?
Hell yeah. I'll be home really soon here, darling. And I can get back to rearranging your insides for you.
I'll be getting myself cleaned up for you, okay?
That's what I've been wanting to tell you. So I'll let you know all of this right now before I get back to my work. Ever since I've started working a full-time job and have gotten out in the world a bit more as an adult, I've heard a few things about Landon, and the things I've been hearing about him haven't been very good things. So if you plan on continuing things with that guy, you better start looking into him a bit more and learning about what he's all about before he becomes too invested in you. And of course, before you become too invested in him. Well, I'm not even sure if you'll be willing to listen to the warning I'm giving you now, but at this point, I'm sure you don't care about me anymore anyway, right? May, I am back in the States now, I was able to touch down just this morning at the airport and have been around here ever since, actually. Right. I probably shouldn't be caring about something like this anymore, but I've been adding up the time you've been completely ignoring me and never responding to my texts. And as of today, it has been a while, 3 months. And it's not like you've been ignoring me only when I'm out of the house or at work, but all the time. Even when I want to go to bed, you never come into our room to sleep with me or anything like what normal couples do after getting married. And so because you neither want to talk with me or even be around, there's really no point in us being married any longer. And another thing, as for what Landon was saying about him being with you while I was gone, I know the truth and have all those photos of you two together as evidence. So I think that I'm fine with the both of us getting a divorce now.
You're going to finally divorce me?
I never actually thought that you'd ever respond to my texts again. I'm shocked, May.
So you really are going to get a divorce from me now, right?
I'm going to make sure to get a settlement from you as well, May.
Having to pay you a small settlement to leave me won't be a problem at all. When I have a rich man like Landon around me, there's nothing that he can't afford that'll make the two of us happy. And my parents will also be willing to pay that off for me, to see that I'm happy with Landon, the man I really love.
I never knew that Landon finally came across a lot of money recently. How did that end up happening for him? Did he win the lottery or something and make off with millions?
Oh, come on now, Stan. Just by looking at a man like him with all that style and the talk he talks, he's gotta have a ton of money. Yeah, I'm probably going to be looked down on for doing this so suddenly. But after you leave me, him and I are going to be getting married. And I'll know for sure that this time I'll actually love my husband.
I've made sure to leave the divorce papers inside the mailbox for you.
Really? I'll get them signed and then take them to the city office right away. Oh, I've signed all those papers, and they're now in the hands of the lady at the front desk. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to have this marriage with Landon, but after a few months, I'll make sure that he's mine forever. I can't wait.
Good luck marrying that man and all of the debt he's drowning in.
Huh? What debt?
Landon, I'm sure that you've already heard about me from May, but I'm back here in the US. Ah, that's right. I don't really mind that you're back here closer to us all now. But this house now belongs to May and I, and this is where I've been laying pipe with her for months now. I'm having a moving company and some of my friends come over there later to get all of my things together and out of there. But in the meantime, you should change the name on that place to yours since you're still going to have to pay the rent on that place from now on. Oh, sure thing. So, what the hell are you going to do now that you've lost both your wife and your house to me? Well, I'll start by heading back to my parents' house for a little bit. But Landon, I've heard from May that you're going to be marrying her, right? That's exactly right. She just got back a little bit ago from the city office where she handed them you guys' divorce papers and is waiting to learn that they've all been processed. Well, just so you're aware of this, I'm going to make sure to get a settlement from you guys. Yeah, whatever you say, man. Whatever you ask us for won't be a problem at all. It will be paid to you in like no time. You know, all May has to do is go ask her parents for some more money, and they'll make sure to pay you in one lump sum payment. What? May's parents will be paying me? From what I've been told by her, her parents are loaded with cash and have all kinds of assets they make money from. Oh, perhaps you haven't been told this yet then. Told about what? The company had been having a rough time making money for a while, and nobody within the company could make up a plan to get it back on its feet. So in the end, a much larger company came along offering some money to buy out the place from her father, and that's what ended up happening. And as for May's father, who used to be a CEO before the merging of his company, seems to no longer be able to do his job well enough within the company, and actually right now is only working as a base level employee within that larger company making a small salary. Huh? And before long, I'm sure he'll be fired from that place. By the way, as a little side note, that company that ended up buying her father's company and merging with it is a company that I'm currently working for as a highly paid manager. What the hell? Well, considering all you care about is playing around with another woman all the time, and running from your many debts, you're going to have a tough time paying off the settlement I asked for. Why do you know about the debt I'm in right now? Well, while I was overseas getting my work done as a manager, I had someone look into you and May a bit more for me. And they were not only able to provide me with a lot of photos of the two of you together, but with a whole background of what you've been going through. You had someone stalk me is what you're saying? Not stalk you, but rather investigate the two of you. Anyway, after finding all this out, I had tried to warn May to look into you a bit more before making her final decision to stay with you. And now you're going to drag her down with you. But none of that matters to me now, as all I really need is the money I'll be asking for. Now, I'll be leaving the rest of this in the hands of my lawyer. And don't you try running away from me or the money I asked for. Yo, May, what the hell is all of this crap I'm learning about with your father's companies being bought out and him no longer being a CEO of Jack? And worse than that, he's at the lowest position possible there now and will most likely be getting fired soon?
Huh? I want to know why the hell you're sinking in all of that debt you have, Landon. I was planning on having you be the one to pay off the settlement I have to pay to Stan. Oh, as well as helping me pay back the money I owe.
And I was hoping to have your parents pay off all my debt, as well as the money I'll be having to pay Stan here soon as well? Why the hell is this all happening to me?
I want to know the exact same thing, Landon. What the hell am I going to do now after getting stuck with a moneyless loser like you?
Stop talking about me like I'm the rotten one that lied about their parents.
Well, at least I never lied about my own money and about how much debt I'm in. Really, what the hell am I going to do about this?
I'm screwed now.
Stan! Hey, can you please start filling out some marriage documents for us again? I think what just happened between us was a huge misconception, and that you and I can start living together again. Let's get back to being husband and wife and give it another shot. Hey, Stan, where are you right now anyway? And actually, I think it's alright for you to come back to the house now and start living with me again. I'll make sure from now on, you're the only man that I let love me. And I'll do the same for you in return, okay? Hey, why are you ignoring me right now, Stan? You're not even leaving me on red right now either! Hey, please stop ignoring me, okay, Stan? I want the two of us to get back together again and start making a family!
Seeing that message from May, telling me to stop ignoring her and to make up with her really put this whole thing into perspective for me. I wasn't even trying to ignore her at the time. Rather, I was just in the middle of work and didn't have my phone on me to see all her calls or texts. But seeing how frantic she was to get back together with me and want to talk, I knew that she was in trouble. When she finally got the news from my lawyer following all of this about the money I was asking for, she began begging her parents to help her pay, but they didn't have any money themselves to spare. And since she couldn't find any other help, she started down the same path as Landon and became neck deep in debt. As of now, the two of them are working together to fight through their battle against debt. But recently, they've started borrowing money from some seriously bad loan sharks. Because of that, they are now trying hard to make whatever money they can in as short a time as possible, even going as far as to prostitute themselves for money, or do other very questionable things. But not even their will to work such terrible jobs was enough to save them, and soon those loan sharks started to come looking for them. And just like that, things caught up with them and they were both never heard from or seen ever again. Not even their own parents have a clue where they vanished to, and there's little hope that either one of them will be coming back.